Yeah. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, baby.
Let's do it to it. Now, Takes Out of Line is officially out of its hiatus, so we are back for a brand new episode. I don't know how many years it's been, Colin. I think it's been since the pandemic started, right?
Dude,
Something like
yeah.
that.
It's been like, 2019.
2019. I think something like that, too. I think at that point, Tom Brady was still on the Patriots.
I think he was too. He was 100%. Because I think our last episode we were talking about Antonio Brown coming on the Pats.
Oh, my God, that lemon. Anyways, well, we are back, and we have a good jam-packed show for you. We have a lot of content that we're going to try to jam in. We're going to talk Patriots, thoughts on the opener last night, and their outlook for 2024. Not looking too good, if you ask me. I think you might feel the same, Colin. But we will discuss either way. NFL outlook in general. 'Tis the season for predictions. We got our Super Bowl favorites, and also teams that could suck.
Murray, can you adjust your audio?
My audio?
Yeah,
Is it low?
it is.
How about now?
It might be my headset.
Okay. But is this any better now?
I think so. Wait, turn on. Do you have the Twitch and Kick pulled up?
I do.
How does the audio sound like if you're talking to yourself? Because I know it's like delayed a little bit.
Hang on. Let me try. Oh, I sound fine.
Okay, perfect. All right, it's definitely my headset then.
Okay, well,
All right.
false alarm.
Little pause.
Little pause. Nothing that good old editing can't, fix.
Damn right.
All right, so then we're going to get into a Red Sox update. Are you surprised they're having the season? We have not watched tonight's game, which is Friday, August 9th, so this will not have nothing to do with that. But we're going to get into some other topics that interest us. The Olympics, do you care? And do you care about Jayson Tatum? Not getting any minutes. And then, of course, we're going to talk about the big two pop culture things that are happening right now in entertainment, and that is a show on HBO and a movie that is currently in theaters. All of that and more coming up next on Takes Out of Line.
Let's go. Let's go, baby.
I don't know about you, Colin, but it has been way too long since we've had a real sport on. Baseball, there's too much of it. The Olympics, I'm like iffy on it. But football is officially back in the air. And I'm just pretty happy for it to be back.
Dude, I am so happy. Just hearing, I was honestly at trivia last night watching the fucking game. And just, you couldn't hear the audio, but just like watching the fucking pads, like fucking, they're like, everyone's back. They had like a screen that went for, we'll get into it, but like there was a screen that went for like fucking 15 yards on like 3rd and 15 or whatever, and I was like, oh my, I got like fired up. I was like, why am I getting fired up for preseason, like the first preseason game on 3rd and 15 screen pass? Who was it? Is that Antonio Gibson? And I was like, what?
Gibson, yeah.
I was like, what? I got like fired up, and everyone's like, what the hell's the matter with you? I was like, dude, this is awesome. This is awesome.
It's back. It's been quite some time, since we've had, I think, something like exciting to watch. Because the NBA Finals was great. Celtics won.
Damn
we were
right.
the best team. And a lot of people thought the Celtics run was kind of boring because they cakewalked everything, but I like seeing my own team win.
Yeah.
Like sue me. So it's been like 2 months. So it's good to have something to talk about again. And there's only so much of this off-season narratives and drama that I can handle. I like real action, and it's back. So, yeah.
It's back.
So then let me pose my first question to you here. Going off of the game last night, a lot of Patriots fans, including myself, very excited to see Drake May finally get his proper debut. He's been hyped up as the savior of the franchise, quarterback in the making. Like, this is the guy. And then we get into it. We see Jacoby Brissett start. And then we see Drake May get in. We're all razzed up. And then he only plays 7 snaps. Like, what do you make of that call? Because that kind of pissed me off, frankly.
That definitely made me mad. So I was told, like, reading Twitter and all this stuff, I was like, they were like, Drake May's playing. I was like, nice. He's going to be the starter. He's going to come out with the ones, like the starting offensive line, starting receivers. Probably going to play like 2-3 series. Nope, that didn't happen. When I saw Jacoby Brissett roll out, I was like, damn. I was like, been here, done that. I've seen this guy before. Seen him on the Browns. Like, he's a manageable quarterback, but like, you know, you gotta see, like, you draft this guy so high. Did we tank? Maybe. Didn't. But, like, the reason why you draft a guy is to see him play, especially that high. It's like, come on. I know it's the first game of the preseason, right? So, you know, he's got to get his bearings. It's a new playbook, new coach, new everything. You're in the freaking show. You're in the league. Like, I guess I understand it now, but at the time I was like, dude, just give him the reps, man. Just give him the reps. His first 2 plays were what? Handoffs, and I'm gonna go I might go on a tangent here. I saw Dan Orlovsky like break down the film, and he was like, I liked what I saw from Drake May, like the little things. And the first play he broke down was his handoff mechanisms. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I love that. Like, I will love whenever like a reporter or an analyst breaks down the quarterback of the future. But like, when you spend that much time on his handoff mechanisms, I'm like, dude, what are we doing here? Like, he's like, oh yeah, you know, he never was in like pro in college, like he wasn't in pro formation, like he wasn't single back, and you know, you look at his two-step drop and he hands it off like he has a great extension. I'm like, that's not what I want to fucking see. It's like, yeah, it's a handoff. He's been doing it since he was like 6 years old. Like, give me a fucking break. So like that's the kind of shit where I'm like, okay, like, it's nice that like people are appreciating the guy, but like also at the same time, do you have to waste your time there? I just want to see him get more reps.
You know what he's calling? It's like when you buy a Porsche, and for like the first couple of months before you drive it, because probably from like some like foreign company, and then it takes months to ship over, blah blah blah. Buy a Porsche, you finally get the Porsche, like, this is great, can't wait to drive it, can't wait to do all that. And then you take it down the cul-de-sac, and then you park it back in the garage.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was. You have this luxury item, like, be like a premium quarterback who like never falls to you, because how often are you picking in the top 3?
Never.
And then you have it, and then you just say, okay, like, it drives, you know, like, that's good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I didn't get it. And then, like, of course, Gerard Mayo comes out after the game, and he's like, you know, one of the things, and I'll kind of paraphrase him here, but he's like, you know, one of the factors that went into Drake playing so little was because of the offensive line. And then I go, okay, well, then why is the offensive line like that? Like, why has it been like so, like, neglected? Like, Colin, like, you know, you played offensive line in high school. I did too.
Damn
you
right.
played more than I did. But like, you understand how
MI13, bro.
Yeah. You understand how important it is to keep your quarterback upright and healthy. And it just seems like they just, for some reason, that's just the area that they neglected. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, but at the same time, it's just like, that's not an excuse to not get the kid some reps. Like, he needs reps.
Yeah. Well. Dude, exactly. Like, and the offensive line, I was looking at the unofficial depth chart too. And you look at the offensive line, and you know, David Andrews still there. I love David Andrews. He's my fucking guy. He's my guy.
Yep.
Just paid Mike on an
Owenu.
Jesus Christ, I gotta
It's
lay
a-
off the seltzers.
It's a tough name. It's not spelled how it sounds.
But like, just paid him like right tackle, great. But the fact that this new dude, Chuck Okafor,
Chukwuefor. Yep, Chukwuefor.
is he a rookie?
No, he was on the Steelers and they cut him.
Yeah.
So, like,
So the fact that he won, yeah. See, the fact that I don't even fucking know, and he won the starting job off of another bum, Calvin Anderson. Wasn't he from the Cardinals?
He was from the Broncos.
Broncos. Wait, who was the guy from the Cardinals? Am I fucking making shit up?
That was Jonathan Cooper, and that was like 10 years ago.
Well,
So-
fuck.
There's no guy in the Cardinals, but there is some stiff who was on the Vikings last year. And again, he's probably a nice guy, but
No, Calvin Anderson. Wasn't Calvin Anderson on the Cardinals?
he was on the Broncos before he came here.
Someone was on the Cardinals.
Ah.
Someone was on the Cardinals.
Anyways, your point.
Yeah, my point is that the fact that the guy who got cut from the Steelers won the starting job for the left tackle, which is arguably second most important position, center obviously the most. Whatever.
We'll go quarterback.
Yeah, center.
Anyways,
Center. But like the fact that he like, I guess, quote unquote, won the starting job, that's a problem. That's a problem, and especially with a rookie QB and Brissett, like he can move in the pocket, I guess, but can he? It's gonna be. We got to go back to, and I say we because I am on the team. We just got to go back to those quick hitting passes. I think Jalen Polk is gonna be so important, important. He's gonna be the Edelman. He's gonna be Jacoby Myers, but hopefully he's gonna be better than Jacoby Myers. But he's correct me if I'm wrong. I think he's a little bigger hands, bigger jump.
Yeah.
So he has a little more of a deep threat. But I think in the slot, like and Demario Douglas, I love that guy. I love that guy. Yeah, I love that guy.
He's primed for a breakout year. So then I'll ask you this because I kind of want to go back to the offensive line a little bit.
Yeah.
They did draft a kid in the third round whose name is Caden Wallace. Penn State player, all that stuff. But he played
back to the
right
depth
tackle.
chart.
Yeah, he played right tackle his entire collegiate career. I don't think he ever played left tackle. And it sounds like the Patriots are banking on him to at some point play left tackle. Like in camp, a couple days, he left him with the ones at the left tackle and stuff like that. So then my question to you is that do you think that is a bankable strategy where you hope that this kid can play left tackle and then you can figure it out from there?
I mean, in theory, it shouldn't be a problem. I mean, so like when you kick slide, right, as a right tackle, you're using your right foot to kick. Left tackle using your left foot, so it's different. But it shouldn't be an issue. But I can see where it could be. So he's been playing right tackle his whole collegiate career, and now when he gets to the NFL, he needs to kind of mirror his game to something else that like he hasn't really done before. So yeah, it's optimistic is what it is. Yeah,
it is. And I don't know about you, Colin, but it just seems like this team is built on optimism when it should be built on realism. And like
it's a big word.
I don't know. Like I think it's the number one issue on the team is the offensive line. Like if you can't block
1,000%.
Yeah, if you can't block and keep your quarterback upright, then you're not going anywhere. Like you can have the best talent in the world, but
if someone's rushing the passer on a 3-step drop and he can't see anything and it's a problem. Offensive line is a problem. It will be for every team, and that you got to build from the inside out. And I know that obviously at the third pick you got to take the QB there, and I love that. I think Drake May is going to be a stud. I do. I'm going to believe that until I'm wrong, which could easily happen in like it could easily happen. But I think this guy, oh gee, fucking burping. I'm fucking gross. I think this guy is gonna be like really good. I think he's gonna be really good. I think he fits into that system. He can do like I mentioned earlier when Orlovsky was saying like going back to the drop steps, like doing like pro, all that stuff, play action. Like I think he's gonna be good. Even rolling out, like give me Gruden Spider 2 Y banana. Yeah, and he's gonna love that. Like that's gonna be his bread and butter, dude. And he's got a cannon. So does Joe Milton. We could go to Joe Milton too if you want. If I'm skipping.
Quickly before we get into the outlook for the season, did Joe Milton make it move a little for you last night?
Drake May?
No, Joe Milton.
Joe Milton?
Did it make it kind of wiggle?
Yeah, it did. I also just got a follow on kick. Thank you. AOFI5, what up? Thanks for the follow. But yeah, dude, Joe Milton, I mean, he was what, 6th round pick?
6th round pick.
And he was kind of a beast at Tennessee. I mean, he's huge. He can move. He also has he has a stronger cannon than Drake May. But when you spend that high of a draft pick on Drake May, you just gotta stick with Drake May. I mean, Joe Milton, he's gonna give him a run for his money, maybe. But like I gotta look back on what the reps are. He got way more reps, didn't he?
Well, yeah, he played in the fourth quarter essentially. Or actually, he might have played the entire second half. I don't know. I like to out.
Dude, when Zappy came out there, I got so pissed. I'm like, why are they still rolling this guy out here?
Zappy, thank you for the 2 wins back in 2022, but I think your time has passed. Like,
dude,
time to move on.
Like, why?
Because you want to know why? Because they need someone to go out there and then take a beating. And that's what it did. They need someone to do that.
Like, dude, why are they doing this? So, are we going to move on to... are we going to talk about, like, future NFL later, or are we still...
Oh, yeah. And in fact, that's a good segue just to kind of get... back into the Patriots a little bit and their outlook.
Yeah.
For the season. I think Vegas has them currently at 4.5 wins. What do you feel about that? Are you feeling over? Are you feeling...
Dude, so...
I think that's accurate.
I think they're a better team than what people think that they are. Excuse me. So,
I feel the same way.
So I think they're... Like, the defense is nice. The defense is going to hold their own. It's all going to depend on, like we talked about, the offensive line and how the quarterback performs. Yeah. That's it. And it's literally the whole offense, too, because we just released Juju because he sucks.
Had no knee.
Yeah, because he sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, it all depends. Like, can the receivers get separation? Can Brissett make a quick throw? Can Drake May make a quick throw out of the pocket? Can there be a drag route? Are they going to be able to make those reads coming out of, like, when they get to the line of scrimmage? They're like, okay, they're in zone coverage. I gotta do a drag route instead of a corner. Like, it's gonna be all about those quick fucking decisions that, it's coachable. It's obviously coachable, but it also comes with the territory, right? Like, it's got to come with, okay, I've been here before. I can read a defense. I know if this guy's going to blitz, I can hot route this fucking guy to do inside, like, slant or whatever. So it's gonna come down to that. It's gonna come down to the offense. I think the defense is gonna hold their own, and the fact that what fucking sucks is that we have the hardest schedule in the fucking league. We could go 0-7.
Which is a stark difference from last year where we had the easiest schedule and we still won, but the
yeah. Oh, I'm saying we. I'm saying we all fucking day.
But let me ask you this. brand new coaching staff, from the head coach all the way down to the DC. How much faith do you have in this coaching staff?
I mean, it's rookie coaching staff. My expectations aren't high. So it's literally just like I have already committed to a like development year. So it's all depending on, are these guys developing? Are they getting better every week? Like, are they gonna like I mentioned? Are they gonna be able to make those reads? Like, is Drake May or Brissett gonna be able to make those reads at the line of scrimmage? Are the receivers gonna be able to get separation? So it's literally all about development at this point. I don't like, my expectations aren't high. If they win, oh, dude, the schedule's so tough. If the schedule was different, I would think that they might be able to go 500, or you can't go 500 these days. Like, if the schedule was a little different, they could have gone like 8-9, 9-8.
If they had last year's schedule, basically is what you're saying.
Yeah, essentially. But like, we're gonna talk about this. Like, the Jets are gonna be nice because Rodgers is back. The Jets are nice. Their defense is elite. Dolphins are gonna be nice. Like, they got Tyreek Hill, fucking A-Chain. They got the fastest team in the goddamn league. So you got to play both those guys twice, which are probably gonna be 4 losses right there.
Yeah, so then let me finish your thought for you. They're going to be 0-6 in the division, so that's going to be 0, basically 6 off the bat. That's, I don't know. I don't know what that does to a player's, psyche. I don't know what that does to a coach's
Oh, here we go. We got a question here. Tua signed for $50 million. So would you give Dak $60 million if he goes to a division championship?
Okay, so I like the question. Let's just wrap up our Patriots stuff, then we can get into the questions in the NFL segment. All right. So then I kind of have 2 more lingering thoughts for you about the Patriots that I want to get your opinion on. What would you consider a success for how this season goes?
A success for the season?
Yeah.
That's a really good question because I have no idea.
I can answer first for you.
I would like. Oh, jeez.
Let me give you my thought.
All right, yeah. Go ahead, because dude, that's a loaded question for a team that sucks.
a success for me this season is, I'm just going to toss out the wins and losses because I think they're going to be better than people say, but that schedule is tough.
Right.
I think if Drake May starts at any point this season, that's a win for the season. Because
he will.
He might not.
He might not.
It depends on how the coaching staff views that he's like far along in his progress. So I think if he plays the season, that's a win. I think if Jalen Polk and Javon Baker and Demario Douglas look like they're serviceable wide receivers, that's a win. I think if Caden Wallace is actually able to step in and play a tackle, any of the tackles, to be honest, because that means that, you can have Michael Nwenu, kick out to, play another tackle. I think that's a win. And then I think if the defense just looks its part, that's another win too, because those are building blocks.
Yeah.
So that's what I view as a successful season. I don't care about the wins and losses, because if they lose more, that's a higher draft pick. You can get your left tackle or your wide receiver of the future for that. And if they win, great. That means that we have meaningful football. So that's all I think.
That's a good take. Like, and I said this earlier. It's a developmental year. It's a rebuild year. And like we keep saying, the fucking schedule is fucking tough. I will save this take for later, but we might be able to sneak some wins. I'm saying, so I just don't want to get blown out all the fucking time. All the fucking time.
Games.
Yeah. If they're like, if there's like a double-digit spread, I'm hammering the Pats every time. Because like you said, I think the defense is nice, dude. The defense is nice.
They'll hold their water. They will.
And also, can we re-sign Judon? What the fuck?
Yeah. Just quickly, that was going to be my last talking point for the Patriots. Should they re-sign him?
Yeah, absolutely. What the fuck?
At this point, I don't understand why he hasn't been re-signed. I wouldn't sign him to a long-term contract, but I would give him like a
3 years, 3 years.
I would give him a 2-year contract, and I would give him a bump this year.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. Give him a bunch of guaranteed this year.
I personally would go 2 and 24 with like 18 guaranteed. I don't know why you would turn that down.
Sounds nice to me.
It does. So that way, it does. And again, for someone who played 3.5 games last season.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that, oh my god, the fact that the defense was so good last year and Mac Jones was just fucking terrible and Bailey Zappi's fucking trash. Bailey Zappi's trash. How many one-possession games were there last year with both Judon and Gonzalez out?
There was a lot.
There was like 8. Yeah. There was like 8 one-possession games. So if you flip a coin on those, say you win 4, you're like a borderline playoff team.
Yeah. You're not looking at Drake May. You're looking at like Bo Nix.
Dude, exactly. Uh-oh. Running out of time. Get out of here, Zoom.
So then let's use this time to get into...
Wait, let's answer this question, Murray.
Yeah.
So this is from GZ Dr. Forev.
What's up, GZ Dr. Forev?
GZDR Forev. 2 assigned for 50 mil. So would you give Dak 60 mil if he goes to a divisional championship? So I'm assuming that means I'm assuming that means he wins the divisional round in the playoffs, so he goes to the NFC Championship.
I think
that's what I'm reading it as. I'm reading it as goes to the NFC Championship doesn't necessarily means that he wins.
Okay, well then I'll give my answer for both scenarios that we talked about. No, I'm not giving him 60 million.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way. No way, dude. How old is he?
Dak. So Dak was drafted in 2014, and I think he was like a 3 or 4 year college player. So that means that he's 31, 32, or something like that. And again, like the longevity.
That's good math, Mary. He's 31.
There we go.
Nice. There you go.
Quarterbacks, just continues to grow.
But no, absolutely 60 million, bro.
Yeah. See, I just think quarterbacks are paid too much. So I personally think Tua Tagovailoa was paid too much.
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Go.
We have a different perspective because Brady always took pay cuts.
That's fair, and I agree, but I just think that there's a lot of quarterbacks in this league who are good quarterbacks, not great quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And like Dak has the numbers and all this stuff to prove that he's a great quarterback, but I mean, when it comes down to the crunch time and push comes to shove, I mean, there's no way that the Cowboys should be losing to the 7-seeded Green Bay Packers. There's no way that they should be losing to the 6-seeded 49ers the year before. Like, he's a choker.
The Cowboys?
There's a lot of these quarterbacks that are chokers, and chokers should not be paid $60 million.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Like, what does Tua Tagovailoa won? He hasn't won anything in the pros. He hasn't even won a playoff game yet.
Yeah, dude. No, can we talk about Jordan Love?
Jordan Love too. Jordan Love has played 1 year, and he's getting paid $50 million a year.
I think it's 55.
Even worse, to be honest. And like all that guaranteed money too. So like, I don't know. I think the quarterbacks are paid too much, and that just makes me think that am I going to make Dak Prescott the highest paid quarterback in league history? Me personally, if I was running,
that would be crazy.
When I had that money, no, I would not make him the highest paid quarterback in the league.
I wouldn't either. But at the same time, if you're in Jerry Jones's shoes, which you can never be in, there's no shot I'm gonna be in his shoes. But like the team's good, but you gotta pay CeeDee Lamb. You still gotta pay. Uh,
the team good though?
Micah Parsons, you still got to pay. Like, those
Yeah,
are two elite players at their position. Is Dak elite?
I mean, Dak's good. I mean, elite is a strong. I mean, he's one of the better quarterbacks, but
He's what, top 12?
I mean, I'd probably say he's like in top 10. Maybe he's like 10 or 11.
Top 10. All right. Rattle them off right now. Real quick. Off the top of your head. Top 10. Go.
Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Lamar, Herbert, I guess. I don't know. I know that contradiction argument because he hasn't won anything.
Yeah.
But I do think Herbert is good naturally.
I think he's better than Dak for sure.
I think he's better than Dak. Herbert's just been on some crap teams. Let's see. Maybe Stroud.
Burrow? Did you already say Burrow?
I did say Burrow. Maybe he's on par with Trevor Lawrence.
Rodgers?
That's a good one.
Matt Stafford?
I'd rather Dak.
I would not. I think Stafford's an elite quarterback.
I think he's elite too, but
he's a Super Bowl winner. Dude, that no-look pass in the Super Bowl that he did has been getting overlooked so hard. Like, that was insane. He's looking this way, and it was crazy.
Bengals still got jobbed. Anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, fine. He's like 7 or 8. You know, I can rattle through my quarterbacks in the NFL quickly. On the top of my head, I'm continuing to talk so I can think. Jared Goff.
Think he's better than Dak?
Probably on the same boat as him.
I mean, Goff did go to a Super Bowl.
Goff went to Super Bowl.
Wait, did he?
What?
I mean, their offense was fucking elite that year. That was crazy. Remember that Chiefs game?
Oh yeah.
It was a Monday. Was it that Monday night game?
In Mexico City.
Dude.
But yeah, that was good. But anyways.
Yeah.
Don't want to go down this rabbit hole too much.
Yeah, we're getting off track. I know. But so GZ Dr. Forev, no, we would not pay Dak $60 million if he went to a divisional championship. Absolutely not. No.
He's to win the Super Bowl this year. Otherwise, he's going to be in my purgatory of quarterbacks. Because what has he won?
Who?
Dak. I mean,
yeah.
Purgatory of quarterbacks if he doesn't do anything this year, which he's not going to, because the Cowboys are going to sneaky stink, in my opinion, this year. Which gets into our NFL discussion.
Yeah.
Teams that are Super Bowl contenders and teams that are Super Bowl pretenders.
Yeah, baby.
So, Colin, I'm going to ask you right off the bat, are there any teams that you're feeling that could be sneaky Super Bowl contenders?
Yes.
Let's throw away the Chiefs. Let's throw away the 49ers.
Yep.
The presumptive favorites. Are there any other teams?
So, I'm looking at this based purely off of value on DraftKings.
Shout out
DraftKings. Marty. Shout out DraftKings.
Running back.
So I'm looking at odds, and I want the best value here, and teams that I think could actually win. Jets.
Oh.
Plus 2,000. I think the Jets, like I said earlier, their defense is elite. Rodgers is coming. I know he's coming back off his Achilles, and he's old as fuck, but he's still fucking Aaron Rodgers. Garrett Wilson's nasty. Breece Hall, nasty. Offensive line, solid. Better than the Pats. But, like, they're going to... Yeah, it's a low bar.
Good team has a better offensive line than the Patriots.
I think the Jets... and the Dolphins could both... I'll tell you this. I'm putting a future on the Jets to win the Super Bowl. And as much as I hate New York, like, if the Jets win, like, I don't really care because the New York is just like, I'm kind of like whatever at this point. I'm just like, you guys are just so trash at everything. Like, You
Well,
had, yeah.
I applaud you for making a direct donation to DraftKings for that one. But anyways,
And then on the
yeah.
NFC,
Yep.
so I actually, I really like the Jets. NFC, this is going to be an absolute long shot. I like the Bears. Rookie quarterback, Bears, baby. Their defense is nice. Offensive line is actually top tier. They brought in Keenan Allen. They got DJ Moore. They got fucking Roma Dunze. Have you ever seen a rookie quarterback with this much weapons? And they signed fucking DeAndre Swift. Like, and they still got Cole Kmet from the fucking tight end. I'm like, yo, I know the NFC North is gonna be tough. Same with the AFC East. I know it's gonna be a battle, which is actually huge. Huge. You need fucking these division battles during the season, so when they get to the playoffs, they're like, "Oh my god, we've been through fucking war and back." They're like, "Okay, now we can play someone else," and they know what the fuck they're like. They know what the fuck they're doing.
So that leaves you with the AFC North.
Yeah.
The Ravens have choked when the lights get too bright, like the AFC Championship game last time. We'll see if they do that again. I don't know. I don't know who's playing quarterback for the Steelers, so I can't make a prediction for them.
They played tonight, right? Didn't Justin Fields suck?
Maybe. I don't know. I also don't care. It's the Steelers.
Yeah, fact. But
go.
They've never been under 500 in Mike Tomlin era.
Yeah, do you know what that gets you? That gets you a participation trophy.
Yeah, that gives you what, the 20th pick in the draft every year.
Exactly. Which, you know what that gets you? Kenny Pickett. That gets you Kenny
Pickett. He's ass.
Ass. Agreed.
Where is he now? Sorry to interrupt you.
Eagles. He's with the Eagles.
He went to the Eagles?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So that leaves me with my two dark horse Super Bowl contenders.
All right. I love it.
We'll start with the Bengals. I think that the Bengals...
That's not a dark horse, but I love it. I love that.
I think it is because we don't know if Joe Burrow is going to stay healthy now. He's an injury risk.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is. We also don't know how T. Higgins is going to feel now that he's felt slighted on his contract situation. And then Jamar Chase is kind of a wuss. So, and then you lose Jonah Williams. You replace him with Trent Brown, who is a
trash.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe he'll feel different now that he's on another team, which is what usually happens. It takes a year. Then he goes, oh, nope, I'm good. I'm going to go not try again. So then we don't see. And then, I don't know, the defense is okay. But if Joe Burrow can figure it out and stay healthy, I think that's a team that's back in the AFC Championship game right away. So that's my dark horse number one.
Like that.
My dark horse number two, and this is very, very dark horsey, is the Cleveland Browns. And here's my reason why it's the Cleveland Browns. They are a quarterback away from being one of the top 5 teams in the league.
You love Deshaun Watson.
They supposedly have a top 5 quarterback, at least he used to be, on their roster. Now, of course, he's a perv, which is number one.
We'll throw that out there. He is a perv.
He's a perv. I mean, don't ask me. Just ask, the 22 women who have come out against him. So.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. And then he looked like garbage last year. He did. But.
He's looked like garbage ever since he's been on the Browns, bro.
Exactly. But. He's healthier now, supposedly. Another offseason under his belt. Another year in that system. Blah, blah, blah. If he can get back to his Houston Texans level type of playing ability, if he can be mobile, if he can throw again, if he doesn't have the yips or whatever it was, stays healthy, if he can give them above average quarterback play, then they'll be in the AFC Championship game. And that's a fact. With their roster, they have a loaded roster.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I think the Browns might finish last in the AFC North. You just gave so many AFC North, like you were giving the Bengals. So you think it's going to be double-headed spear AFC North in the AFC Championship? Essentially. That's your hope.
I think they're going to send 3 teams to the playoffs.
What?
Yeah, they'll send the Ravens, they'll send the Bengals, and they'll send the Browns.
They're all going to go 500 against each other. Minus the... Wait. Bengals, Ravens, Browns, Steelers. The Steelers actually might lose all the games.
I agree, which is what makes my point. And I think that the AFC West is so weak, it's only going to be the Chiefs. I think the AFC South is probably going to only be the Texans. And then I think the AFC East is going to see a massive drop-off this year. Probably only going to be...
I think it's going to be 3 from the East.
I don't think so.
Jets, Dolphins, Bills. Actually, the Bills might be in some trouble.
I think the Bills are in trouble. I think that the Jets, it sees who we get from Aaron Rodgers. It depends on the Aaron Rodgers that they get.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly. He's going to make or break that team.
They're going to be like they're going to be like Tampa Bay when Brady won.
Maybe not.
They have a younger receiver, better offensive line, defense is way better. I think Rodgers could fucking get one.
He could.
Which would be yeah, honestly.
Well, that's my... You asked me for Super Bowl contenders, and that's my dark horse Super Bowl.
Wait, what about NFC?
The NFC, so I think that the East is going to have a down year. I think it's just going to be the Eagles out of that division. I don't buy the Commanders and Jaden Daniels.
What about Eckler?
Eckler's washed.
You think Eckler's washed? I feel like he might do kind of good on the... Wait, who else is in front of him on the Commanders? They still have Brian Murray Robinson?
Yeah, the kid who got shot.
Yeah, a kid who just got fucking shot.
One of the best TikTok videos of all time. But no, I think he's washed, and even if he is half decent, it's the Commanders. Like, come on. And then I think the Giants stink, and then I think the Cowboys are in for a mean regression this year. And then if we go to the NFC North, I think that's another division that we'll see 3 playoff teams. I think it's going to be the Lions, the Packers, and I think the Bears could sneak in. I don't believe in the Bears. I think
I do. I'm a big believer in the Bears.
Mm-hmm. Then we're going to get into the NFC South. Just the Bucks. I think the Falcons and Kirk Cousins are going to be meh.
You don't think they're going to make the playoffs?
I think the Bucks are better. That's my opinion.
All right. Yeah. Good for you. I think the Falcons could make some fucking noise.
It could, but we'll see.
yeah, obviously.
We'll see how Kirk Cousins does coming off the Achilles.
No, that actually might be my dark horse is the fucking Falcons, baby.
The Falcons? There we go.
Now that you brought them up, I fucking love the Falcons.
And then
love the Falcons.
In NFC West, I think it's the 49ers, and then Seahawks might do something, and then I don't know. I think the Rams are due for a regression again this year. I don't think they're going to replicate what they did, and then I think the Cardinals stink.
Fair enough, Mary.
Around the NFL.
That is, yeah. We covered the NFL for a while there.
We did. Check back in with us later. Anyways, moving on.
What's
to the
next?
Sport. America's pastime.
Baseball.
Former GOAT of sports. Before it, no longer was the GOAT of sports. Baseball.
America's
and the Red
pastime.
Sox. Who?
Speaking of, did we just lose? Did the bullpen blow it again?
They did.
Oh yeah. Yep.
They did.
God damn it!
Something called Lucas Sims and then something called Zach Kelly.
Son of a fucking bitch.
But we're going to ignore
tonight's game.
We're going to ignore that. We're going to pretend like tonight never happened. And in fact, we're going to pretend that we were recording this before the game even started.
All right.
The Sox coming into today, Friday, August 9th, were, I believe, 1.5 games behind the Royals. The Royals for the wild card. By the way, the Royals, one of America's best loser franchises of all time.
But they did win a World Series like
Still losers. It's Kansas City.
It's Kansas City. They
Yeah.
got the Chiefs, bro.
The Royals. Losers. Ever since I've been alive, and I'm going to throw away 2014 and 2015, they have been losers.
Yeah.
But anyways, they're good for some reason this year. I don't know why.
I can tell you why.
Quickly.
Bobby Witt Jr.
He is nasty. I wish the Red Sox had a player like him.
Jaron Duran.
Jaron Duran is good too. But anyways, let's go into land for my main set of questions this year, right now. Did you expect the Red Sox to be in this position that they currently are?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Absolutely
right
not.
in the wild card race.
No.
You did.
No. I thought we were going to be bottom of the barrel. I thought we were going to be, the White Sox are historically bad. But I thought we were going to be fucking trash. Trash. Just waiting for the big three in the minors to come up. And so right now, I am all in on the Red Sox. I love these guys. Dom Smith is the most greatest guy of all time. He's got the beer belly. He's rocking around. Like, did you see him slide into home for like the winning run against the Royals on was that Wednesday?
Wednesday, yeah.
Yeah,
I sure did. They almost overturned it.
That was fucking insane, dude. And he's like rolling around in the dirt. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? But I knew him for months. I've been watching for months. But like, dude, I am all the way in on the Sox. Like, these guys, they're they have the best OPS in the league, which is insane.
Outstanding to me because, Colin, if I'm going to be honest, they're kind of a dumb team.
Dude, they are the biggest. Like, you look at 2013 and you think they're misfits. You look at now, these are the biggest group of misfits I've ever seen in my fucking life.
No,
You got
really.
Dom Smith, David Hamilton,
Nick
fucking
Sogard.
Masataka Yoshida, who's still it still doesn't know how to speak. Like, it's crazy. But like, for whatever reason, the offense has been fucking sick, and it's awesome. It's they've been exciting to watch, and I was watching the game tonight, but the TV was reflecting in this little sign back here, so I couldn't have watched it. But my brother's been texting me, and he's like, "This fucking bullpen fucking sucks."
Bullpen blows.
I'm like, God damn it! Didn't we trade for an arm? No, we didn't.
Okay, so then let me ask you this question, because let's talk about the trade deadline here.
Yep.
The Red Sox made a couple moves that helped bolster their pitching rotation. They traded
Do you have him offhand? Oh yeah. Go ahead.
So they traded for James Paxton, who was technically DFA'd. So I don't really. They traded something for him. I don't know what it was. But that's a starting pitcher right there. They traded for a couple bullpen arms. They got Lucas Sims from the Reds. They got, I think, Luis Garcia from the Angels. And then they got Danny Jansen, who's a catcher from the Blue Jays. And I think that's where their main moves. But Colin, you're already shaking your head. You don't know who those guys are. You know
Yeah.
who Jackson is. You don't know who the rest of them are.
Yeah, and I feel like have they played?
Yeah. Paxton actually had a good outing against the Royals the other night. And
Oh yeah, no. I know Paxton. Who was the catcher again?
Danny Jansen. He actually had a pretty good game the other night against the. I think it was Wednesday or
Oh, okay.
something like that. So he's been okay.
Okay.
But the two bullpen arms.
So what I take from this, and it kind of goes back to the Pats too, is that the Sox weren't supposed to be good.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they're in a competing spot to make the playoffs because the playoffs have got expanded. Like,
Yep.
so we want to try to get to the playoffs, but we also don't want to lose our assets for the future. And so when I heard rumblings that they were going to trade the big three, which is Meyer, Teal, and Roman Anthony, I was getting so pissed. I was like, hey, if they make the playoffs, fucking great. I'm still like, maybe there's a 5% chance they win the fucking World Series. Why would you trade your assets for the fucking future
Yeah.
for like a rental or a guy that's gonna come in here for 2 years and maybe be good and maybe we'll make the playoffs. So my thought on the trade deadline was like, get what you can get. If it help, like literally get what you can get. And if it helps, great. If we make the playoffs, awesome. Like I'm still gonna be watching every game and be like, I'm gonna be rooting for the Sox. Like I want them to make the fucking Yoffs, and I'm gonna be hoping they win the World Series. But I think there's fucking. But like,
Yeah.
there's I thought they did fine. Like you don't want to give up too much. Like they traded who Nick York, who
They
was
traded
in.
Yeah, they traded Nick York, who is like
He was in
has
the
no room
prospect
on the
pool for
major
a
league.
while.
Yeah, he has no room on the major league roster.
Yeah.
You know, like so they traded him and then traded a couple other names I don't really know. To be honest, I never heard of them, but like I think York was the highest ranked prospect that they traded, and they got. I think he was like the 12th ranked prospect in their system, and
Which is fine because
that,
the
that's
prospects
fine.
ahead of them
Yeah,
are so good.
yeah.
Like I said, the big three: Meyer, Teal, Roman Anthony, are fucking nasty, and they have other guys coming up the pipeline too. So like when I heard them rumblings of being like, oh yeah, we're gonna trade them for the fucking pitcher on the White Sox or the Tigers, I was like, no, absolutely not, absolutely not. So I'm okay. I'm okay with the deadline moves and just fucking see how the team goes. I saw Trevor Story was taking fucking batting practice today. There's no way that he comes back this season,
No,
but
no.
but if he does, that would be insane. That would be fucking insane.
It would be. I just don't believe it.
Yeah,
I'll believe it when I see it.
yeah. There's no way.
So then quickly, before we segue out of the Red Sox, um, what are your expectations for them for the rest of the season?
Playoffs.
You think playoffs still?
Yeah, I'm still in playoffs. And I know we got the series against the Astros, which the fucking Astros, of course, are gonna Astros. They're also like the Pats of the fucking baseball, like
Cheated.
cheaters. Yes, big time cheaters. Fucking trash cans. I think. I mean, playoffs. Just fucking fight, man. Just fight. If you're fighting till the last fucking breath, like if you're 1 game out, 2 games out with like 5 games to play, it's gonna be fucking electric. So yeah, I want playoffs, man. I want fucking playoffs. And I don't care if you lose first round, like whatever. Just get to the playoffs, and then that also gives those younger guys, that big three and the other prospects, fucking like holy shit. These guys like like we extended Cora, like he knows what he's doing. It gives them hope.
I think they're going to make the playoffs too, to be honest, because I think that the teams that are ahead of them, the Royals and the Twins, I think they're going to collapse. I don't have any faith. I think that those are loser franchises, and they're going to find a way to loser themselves as well. And the Red Sox are a winning franchise, even though they haven't been a winning franchise in the past couple of years. But they have the manager that can get them to it. They do have the talent. Their offense is incredible. I have
Dude,
no
it's
idea
insane.
why, but they are offensively like
How'd that happen?
I have no idea. I have no idea. They're good. They have some bats. So
Also, I want to say too, when you look at the Twins and the Royals, they're in the central.
Central. Yeah.
So their winning percentage, all their wins are against the fucking White Sox, dude.
It was funny you mention that. I heard a stat the other day.
Yeah, I think we're talking about the same stat.
Well, then go. What is it?
No, you go, because I don't remember exactly.
I believe the Twins are 12-1 versus the White Sox this year, and I believe the Royals are 12-1 against the White Sox.
Yeah, it's fucking insane. And I guess everyone else, like, they're not good.
No, if you took away the White Sox, as you should, by the way, the White Sox are not a professional baseball team at this moment. they would be under 500,
Dude,
which is
absolute trash.
crazy. So water has to find its level here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my point. I think the Sox will find their level.
I hope so. If they make
Twins
the
will love
if they make the playoffs, like it would just be electric for the city of like the bar. Like watching Sox games at bars like during the playoffs are so fun. Like
Awesome.
it's so.
Great.
Remember that time at Halloween? It was the year they won the series, 18.
Were we at a yeah, no.
It was Halloween, and you were you were Thor. You had you were like carrying you had Captain America, and you like had a backpack on.
Captain America.
You had a backpack on, and the bartender's like, you can't bring a backpack in, and you were like, oh, it's for my costume.
Well, it was, because there wasn't anything in the backpack. It was carrying the shield. Duh. You think Steve Rogers doesn't have a backpack? Like, come on now. It's called fashion. It's
Oh,
called lore accuracy.
fuck.
So we're going to use that to segue into our next segment, which is other stuff.
Other stuff.
Other stuff. Because we covered the main Boston 4.
Wait, we got one more Boston topic. Jayson Tatum.
Well, that's in the others because it goes
Oh, okay.
the Olympic coverage, which my first question to you, Colin, is do you care about the Olympics?
Dude, not gonna lie, they've been fucking awesome. I don't really care. Like when I'm working from home and I just pull up Peacock and I have Gold Zone on, which is Red Zone. Or I have the multi-view on, I'm like, this is sick. And then once it started getting going and gold medals were happening and the races were fucking insane, I was like, this is sick. And don't get me wrong, beach volleyball women's might be my favorite.
Honestly, it was very competitive this year, and the fact that the U.S. lost as early as they did kind of pissed me off.
In beach volleyball?
Who was it? Was it Misty May Trainer, and then who was the other?
Kerry Walsh.
Kerry Walsh. Yeah.
Well, they retired.
I know. So then you had the new torch.
Yeah, you had the new torch, and they're obviously not. How many? I think they won. Misty May and Kerry Walsh won, I think, 4 golds.
Yeah, they were.
Which is insane.
They were. They
Who ended up winning today? Was it Canada or Brazil?
Brazil, I think, won.
What? Canada had a big lead when I was on the train home from work.
No, trains.
Fucking trains. But I think this Olympics has kind of brought it back. I think it's been really cool. The 100-meter dash with Lyles. That was insane.
Yeah.
Even watching water polo and all this shit, these guys are being literally drowned, and they're going they're ripping it. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then gymnastics was fucking badass. Pommel horse dude was fucking sick. Simone Biles, obviously the GOAT. Suni Lee, also
goated.
Yeah, goated. Thank you. I think it's been great. I think it's been awesome, especially with nothing else going on during the
day. True, and I will say this: I have been force-fed the Olympics because I do work for
NBC.
Yeah, but I will say this Olympics has exceeded my expectations.
Yeah,
how much I've actually cared. But I will say this, and this is one of my hottest takes of all time. I don't really care for the Olympics. And here's why I don't really care for the Olympics.
Oh, that's fair.
I have seen everything cool already that I wanted to see. There are only a few things in the Olympics that I have not seen that I would like to see. I have seen an American win the 100-meter dash. I have seen this year.
Okay. I thought you meant prior to this year.
No. This year.
Okay.
I have seen the American gymnasts beat the Russians and others in their competitions. I have seen the Americans win a basketball gold medal multiple times.
Well,
I I've seen the Americans pretty much do everything in their goddamn mind in the Olympics. So I don't really care. What else do they have to do? They won a rowing medal this year, the first time in 64 years.
They won a rowing?
Yeah, they won a rowing medal. They won a cycling medal.
First time in 64 years? Seriously?
Yeah, men's 4. Get with the program.
Dude, I'm sorry. I guess I wasn't watching Gold Zone at that time.
No, apparently not. So I will say there's only a few more things in the Olympics in a broad sense of things that I would like to see them do. I want to see the men's gymnasts win a gold. I don't know if that'll ever happen, but they're on the right track. They won a bronze. I want to see both rugby teams win a gold medal.
That would be sick. Also, the fact that the sevens were before the opening ceremonies was crazy.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid.
Because rugby sevens is the best type of rugby.
Yeah, 100%. I fell in love with it. It's great. And then in the Winter Olympics, I want to see the U.S. men's hockey win a gold medal.
Dude, yeah, that would be awesome. Do you remember? Was it overtime? I remember being in my living room and Sidney Crosby scored the game-winning goal for gold. What year was that?
Was that? That wasn't the Oshie year, was it?
No. Because we
18.
It was before
14?
that. It might have been before that. It might have been like 08. No, 08 must have been summer. Maybe it was 10. I don't know. But didn't Sidney Crosby win? He scored the game-winning goal in overtime to win gold. And it was like 6-5.
Yeah.
Like it was the most incredible hockey game ever. It was like so sick. But dude, anyway, like I agree with you that like I don't really care about the Olympics. But like now that it's been on and I've been watching it like kind of during the day or like on Saturday, like tomorrow I'm gonna actually I'm golfing tomorrow. Fuck yeah. But like if I wasn't, I'd be putting on like Gold Zone and I'd just be watching all the sports and I'm like, this is sick. Like this is sick. Just give me all the sports at all times.
All right.
At all times. And that's kind of like horse racing too. I've been trying to get into horse racing.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. Quickly, one more Olympic question because it is Boston tangentially related. Jayson Tatum once again getting 0 minutes in an Olympic basketball game. Coincidentally, it's the second time he's gotten 0 minutes. You know who the first opponent that he played where he logged 0 minutes was?
No.
Serbia, both times. A DNP for both Serbian games.
Dude,
You want to know Steve Kerr? His explanation was because they went double big.
Yeah.
There was no matchup for Tatum on the court.
Steve,
To which I say to Steve Kerr quickly, did you know that Tatum has the miraculous ability to defend 1 through 5?
1 through 5.
Yeah, exactly. And you're not putting him on Jokic, dummy. That's going to be the center. Like, anyways, I'll let you speak about it, but it just makes no sense to me, and it makes me think that Steve Kerr, for some reason, has an axe to grind with him.
I think you're right on that point. And it literally makes 0 sense. Like, why is Devin Booker out there instead of Jayson Tatum?
Yeah, exactly. And I know that Booker has scored points in this.
Booker's good. I mean, don't get me wrong. Booker's good. Tatum's better.
Tatum is better.
He's better than. I mean, you got Durant, LeBron, Curry, Embiid. So yeah, just put him in there instead of Booker. Like that lineup would be fucking insane. And and Kerr keeps saying he's like, well, no, Durant's playing instead of Tatum. It's like, well, you can put Tatum literally anywhere on the fucking floor.
Yeah, exactly. You don't like the part.
It's fucking weird, man. It's just weird.
The part that frustrates me is just like this dude just won an NBA championship, and honestly, in my opinion, he probably should have won Finals MVP.
Yeah, Sam
Brown, in my opinion, toss up? You know, Jaylen Brown was definitely deserving.
Yeah,
I thought Tatum's Game 5 performance sealed it for me, but it didn't.
Sam, so did I.
Anyways, you have this guy who just won an NBA championship, who's clearly one of the best 5 players in the league. He's been all first team All NBA for 2 years in a row at this point.
And can I say what first team All NBA? Like 3 of those guys are international.
Yeah, exactly. They're not from the... And Shea Gilgeous.
Yeah, SGA. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
like seriously, like in theory, according to his peers in the NBA and the media and the coaches, because I believe they all vote on that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't know.
He's the
top 5
American player.
Yeah, yeah, literally top 2 American player.
Yeah, and in the eyes of his peers. So the fact that he's getting 0 minutes in this game, and you're giving minutes to other players like Devin Booker, like Anthony Edwards is fine, but I think that Tatum is better than Anthony Edwards, and he's better than his teammate Derek White, and I know that, and Drew Holiday, and I know that they're guards, they play different positions, but like Tatum's the better player than the 2 of them.
It's so weird, man. It's just, it literally makes you think that Steve Kerr has like a vendetta against Tatum for whatever reason. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, first Celtics game against the Warriors, hammering Tatum over points, over fucking everything, hammering it over everything against the fucking Warriors.
I love it, and I will join you on that because I think that, and honestly, Colin, this is my next point I want to bring up to you. I sneaky think this could be a good thing for Tatum. I think that he has an active line this season.
Hell yeah. Sonic Slasher, what up? Finally Friday. Keep it fired up. Hell yeah, baby.
'Tis Friday, and it is the mood for Friday shenanigans, which is what we are going to dive into, unless you have any other Tatum thoughts, questions, concerns.
Nah, just fuck Steve Kerr.
I don't like Steve Kerr either. I think, to be honest, you want to talk about a coach that has been carried by a superstar throughout his entire career?
Steve Kerr.
Look no further than Steve Kerr.
I saw a meme that was like, I know why Michael Jordan punched this guy in the face.
No, literally so true. Just what a putz.
He's a fucking joke.
And now is a good time to segment or segue into our final segments. And that is stuff that has nothing to do with sports.
Hell yeah.
So let's get into the 2 big, I would say, entertainment products of the past couple months. We'll start with the TV show that has been making headways into our televisions all across America and have pissed us off exponentially. And that is House of the Dragon. And to which I say, what the hell was that?
Dude.
Second season. And this is someone who has read the House of the Dragon stuff, so I know what's happening.
You read Fire and Blood?
I did.
What?
Yeah.
Does it actually read like a textbook?
Meh. It's like not like the Game of Thrones books per se, but you know, like in terms of how long it is, but I've like read it, and then me and Hale have listened to the audiobooks and stuff of it. So I've like picked up the pieces here and there, read a little bit of it.
Do you listen to, this is a shout out here, this is a free ad, Oysters, Clams, and Cockles?
I do not. I have not.
Do you watch, also another free ad, Eric Voss on New Rockstars, our boy?
I do, but I have not watched his recaps.
Okay.
So I have raw dogged it, essentially, in terms of breaking it down and all that stuff. I do go on the Reddit threads. The Reddit threads are good.
Okay.
You seem perplexed.
I think Reddit might be the worst thing ever.
Why?
Because it's just these people that can spew whatever the fuck they want, and like if they get enough likes or thumbs up or whatever, then it's just like positive.
Well, I think you just described all of social media there.
Fuck you. That is, it's not the same.
But anyways, let's keep that anger. Let's keep it going. I think we're both pissed off at how the second season of House of Dragon ended.
So,
What pissed you off the most?
so I was optimistic about the entire season. Like, people are like, oh, it's like, it sucks, like, nothing's happening. And I was always the guy that was optimistic, being like, just wait, like, it's gonna be good. Like, I don't hate dialogue during shows, not gonna lie. Like, I don't need action 24/7. Like, I kind of like how people build up and, like, what's going on behind the scenes kind of thing. Like, so I was always that guy, like, trying to defend it. But then the finale came. And that was not a finale, man.
Nope.
That was not a finale. And Game of Thrones were the ones that, like, made the penultimate, like, the best. Like, Game of Thrones were the ones that made penultimates, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And so, like, finales were always supposed to be, like, building up to next season. But the fact that this season we had one big battle in the middle, literally episode 4, and they talked it up like there's gonna be so many battles, so many deaths, so many dragons, like, so much shit, like, and then they give us that, man. It was sad. I feel like I'm more sad than I am, like, mad. Because I love the show. Don't get me wrong. Like, I fucking love the show. Like, I love all the dialogue. I love the characters, minus Cole.
Fuck Cole.
But, like, I love the show, and then it's just such a letdown at the end. Like, you got all this fucking build-up. So, like, season 3, shit better fucking happen. But we gotta wait fucking 2 years.
Well, yeah, that's the part that pisses me off. It's just like first of all, there was 2 years in between this season and the last season,
and a lot of shit happened, like the writer's strike, like a producer left, like all these people came, they had all the, like, there was a lot of shit that went down.
I get it, and shit does go down, but I don't know what you call them, but I kind of think that House of the Dragon is HBO's #1 show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And diverted to it.
Yeah.
So you couldn't have worked around that?
Dude, like, come on!
Yeah, exactly. You know what? So, I don't want to spoil anything for the people who haven't read all the way through. And
yeah, if you haven't watched all this.
Yeah, which I'm not going to do.
Also, don't do any spoilers, because I haven't read the fucking book.
I'm not going to. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to. But I think if we were to follow the Game of Thrones format of the penultimate episode, there should have been a big battle in the 7th episode.
Or even just a death.
Which coincides with the big battle that I'm thinking about.
Yeah. So what I heard... Sorry, still drinking over here. What a lot of people were saying was that the finale should have been the penultimate.
Mm-hmm.
And then the penultimate should have been the finale with, like, Rhaenyra being like, yo, I got mad dragons, bitch. And then that would have been a cool finale.
Yeah.
That would have been cool and been like, holy shit, like, next season she's gonna go fucking apeshit on these bitches.
Yeah, it was just one big tease the entire season. It
really was. I mean, Rook's Rest was fucking sick.
Rook's Rest was great. Yeah. That was great.
And even the opening episode was good too. When they killed the baby.
Oh yeah. They did kill the baby.
But like, something happened.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. In the finale, nothing happened. We saw.
Can we talk about? Oh my god. Can we talk about the opening scene with Tywin Lannister in the fucking whatever land that was?
Yeah, so he was in Essos.
Essos, thank you. Jesus.
Yeah, and he was with some pirate captain who, by the way, Colin, do you know who that pirate captain was? you remember their name?
Go ahead.
That's okay if you don't, because you want to know how many sentences mentions this character in the book?
Twice.
2 sentences
Oh, I nailed it.
is spent on this character.
You know what's funny too? So, I was listening again. Shout out Oysters, Clams, and Cockles. Great podcast, by the way. If you guys like for recaps and like these guys are funny. It's good. So they were what's the captain's name?
I don't even remember.
It's
I
like
just wasn't there
It's
to
not
see-
Lorei. It's fuck. That's gonna piss me off.
Who cares?
Anyway,
Because there's
but like
2 sentences.
remember, he came in and they kept calling him a he, and he walked in and it looks like a girl. Remember who Thailand? And I guess what they were saying on Oyster Clams and Cockles, in the books it's a guy. They keep calling him a guy, but I guess like the show kind of made it like a non-binary, but also like a guy. And the actor / actress is also non-binary. So like
Let's land that plane.
yeah, so like when Thailand was like all confused when he walked in, and like because they were calling him he, and then it was like it was a woman, dude, and he was like, oh, what the hell? So like I kind of played into it, and like that whole opening scene made no sense to me. I was like, why are they this does not feel like Game of Thrones. Like there was a monkey. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That got me so weird. And then the mud fighting, I was like, what? I was like, this does not feel like Game of Thrones to me.
No, there was just too much time dedicated to that scene that has 2 sentences in the book, and I get it. I know that the book is like not super long, and I know that the lore of like the Dance of Dragons is not super long, but at the same time, like, I'm sorry, we have like dragons to deal with here, so let's
Yeah!
dragons.
Give me all the fucking dragons, bro.
Yeah,
like
literally, like your name is House of the Dragon.
Also,
like,
I hate Ulf.
oh, Ulf?
Ulf. I hate that guy.
Oh, you're
He's
gonna
like
love
talking
him.
shit to Jace, and Jace is just like this the whole time.
Oh yeah, no, he's just mewing. House of Mewing. He's just mewing, but oh, you're gonna love the direction that Ulf goes in. Great.
I hate that guy. I want him to die. I think so. Oh, I'm so rattled you read the fucking books, dude. What the fuck?
No, I got bored. What can I say?
That makes me so mad.
But
Because now I can't have theories. Because you're like, oh no, well, technically this happens.
I'm not gonna do that to you.
But
I'm
like,
not,
but
I'm
like
not
that,
going.
but you will in the back of your head.
I don't know what direction the show's gonna go in because the show has changed a lot of stuff. So
it changed. Laenor, who's
Changed Laenor.
still alive, but he can't be alive because Sea Smoke got a new rider, and a dragon can't have 2 riders when they're still alive.
probably, I don't really know that. Probably.
That's a fact.
I mean, the books are at this point. The books and the shows have completely gone off the rails because they've completely changed a couple.
I mean, and Sheep Stealer too, like with fucking
Reyna.
Reyna. They still haven't showed they still haven't said that the dragon's name's Sheep Stealer. Spoiler alert, its name's Sheep Stealer.
Yeah.
Fucking bitches.
I will say, one of the last things I do want to talk about this is that when it was the penultimate episode and they brought all the dragon seeds into Dragonstone and they tried to tame Vermithor.
Season
and-
1?
No, season 2.
Oh.
And then Vermithor
You
just
meant the
goes,
smorgasbord.
wait a minute, I can eat everyone
I
here.
can eat everyone here.
I didn't know the dragons in that universe ate people. So that opens up an entire
Fact.
new type of thing, which I was just like, huh.
Wait, you didn't think they ate people? Didn't they didn't Drogon like
No,
snatch
Drogon
people
didn't
up?
eat anyone.
He was just fire.
Yeah, he just burned people. And again, I know that contradicts stuff in the books, but like the books is like,
I do love Hugh Hammer.
oh, well, you'll love what Hugh Hammer does.
Murray with his fucking spoilers, man.
Anyways, let's go into something that is a walking.
Can we talk about? Did you watch the Lord of the Rings show, Rings of Power?
I did not.
You
No.
didn't. So season 2 comes out in a couple weeks. So I got to start doing a rewatch of season 1, and I'm very excited about it because everything that Game of Thrones, pretty much every fantasy anything is rooted from Lord of the Rings.
That's true. Lord of the Rings apparently has the largest dragon in fantasy history.
Damn fucking right, bitch. I love Lord of the Rings so much. And so I saw Ken Jack Barstool, another free shout out. So many free shout outs. Just stealing takes. It's not really stealing takes, I'm relaying information.
You're borrowing.
I'm relaying information on what they said. He was like, Numenor in Lord of the Rings is basically the same thing as Valyria in Game of Thrones. He was like, it's beautiful people. They were all rich. Like it was a thriving city. Tragic happened. Pretty much everyone died. These two, like the chosen one, left, conquered the mainland. They died, got exiled, and then their long lost relative that came out from someone reunited the realm. And that's exactly Aragorn, Jon Snow, Aegon the Conqueror. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same thing.
All right.
And I was like, holy shit. I was like, fuck yeah. But like,
Right.
yeah, it was sick. I was like, holy shit. And then like I looked in the comments underneath and everyone was like, well, basically every like fantasy movie show is based on Lord of the Rings. Like they had to derive it from somewhere, and Tolkien was just the GOAT. And so now it's just common fantasy that like it's just like a common theme now. Like if you think about fantasy, like it's just a theme that Tolkien kind of created. Not to nerd out.
No, we have nerded out. We have gone into the nerd dimension.
Not to nerd out, but it's kind of fucking sick.
We have nerd cubed at this point here.
I think it's pretty awesome.
No, it's cool. Quickly, did you see the new Deadpool movie?
I did not.
I'd recommend it. An awesome love letter to the X-Men, Fantastic Four.
Tell me a little bit about it without spoiling it, because I love Hugh Jackman, and I'm a big Marvel guy. I like superheroes. I just talked about fantasy for so fucking long.
I'll give you the synopsis without spoiling anything.
Go.
Deadpool is asked to save his own universe, which is the Fox Marvel universe. So that was like the X-Men movies, the Fantastic Four, like basically like all that stuff. Does that save his own universe? Can't do it, so he brings in an alternate Wolverine from an alternate timeline.
How do you do that? That's okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
not gonna spoil it, but the two of them go on an adventure in the void, which was introduced in Loki.
Oh, I know that.
You do know that, and hijinks ensue. And I will say that it is anyone who has watched the X-Men movies growing up, it is a wonderful send off for that because those movies are dead.
Because this is the first time that Hugh Jackman wore the yellow suit.
Correct.
The original, like literally the fucking
the comic
the
suit.
Wolverine suit.
Yeah, exactly. The comic suit. It was the first time he wore it, and he was fantastic in this movie. Ryan Reynolds was great in this movie.
I love Hugh Jackman.
It was like a fantastic movie, and like, I saw it with Haley, and Haley didn't really know this movie. She just likes Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool, and she said,
"Dude, I still haven't seen any of the Deadpools."
You haven't seen any of the Deadpools? Well, you should. They're great movies. They're hilarious.
I might watch it tonight after this, actually.
But she said, Sam, not gonna lie about this Deadpool movie. It's one big giant circle session. And I was like, it really is. Like, it is.
You can say circle jerk, it's okay.
Circle session. I prefer it was a giant circle. That's all I say. It was just a bunch of people just like hanging it out there. And like it was great fan service.
Nice.
So I would recommend seeing it. I'd recommend seeing the other two Deadpool movies as well.
Dude, yeah, I do gotta see it. I also got I'm still rattled. Dude, we used to go to the movies to watch the fucking new Marvel movies that came out because they were so sick, and now they suck.
They do suck, except for this one did not suck. So this gives me.
Well, this is different though from like Avengers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, like
is it tied in now? I still got to see season 2 of Loki. I loved season 1 of Loki.
You need to catch up on a lot of stuff, my friend.
Dude.
There's a lot of stuff that is actually not half bad.
All right, drop it in the chat or text me.
I will text you.
Because I do have to clean every time I'm on the treadmill. I need to fucking watch a show. I'm a big incline treadmill. Watch a show for an hour, and I die.
Incline treadmill is the way to go.
Dude, do you do it?
I do it in the wintertime. I run in the when it's warm up.
In North Andover?
They do. You'll see me.
All right. So can I tell you about my treadmill regime before we sign off?
Quickly, because we have one more segment to get to.
Oh my God, we do? Okay. So
Chop.
What I used to do is so I'd incline walk for an hour. So 12 incline, 3.2 speed. Watch a show. Every 15 minutes I'd increase the incline, so I'd go from 12 to 13. Still 3.2 speed.
Yeah.
And then every 15 minutes, so I'd go to max at the last 15 minutes. Yeah. And now what I've been doing is 3.5 speed, which is low key, wicked fast. I'm like, dude, and I've been going 45 minutes incline speed. I mean,
yep.
What did I just say? 3.5 speed, 12 incline for 45 minutes. And it's been fucking bananas.
It kicks your ass.
Dude, I sweat so fucking much. And I'm like, yo, I'm losing mad weight, bitch. And then I just drink a million beers after, so.
So, you kind of balance it out.
Yeah, exactly.
And anyway,
right. Last segment.
Our final segment, because we like to have a good time, but at the same time, we also get angry at a lot of things. Kind of the yin and yang. Happiness, anger, two kind of go hand in hand here. If you kind of know what I'm saying here.
I got you.
And that gets to our number one segment. My personal favorite segment. What is pissing you off the most in life? So, Colin, I pose to you. What is pissing you off the most in life right now?
God. That's such a deep question. What is pissing me off in life?
Yeah. What's making you angry? What's grinding your gears?
I'm not gonna get into politics.
Politics is banned on the show.
Yeah, absolutely bans. Tatum's been pissing me off the fucking most. Not gonna lie. I've been getting fucking mad. I've been getting mad. What else? I'm trying to think like more personal. Oh my god, I wasn't ready for this. Go, Murray. You go first.
Traffic. I deal with traffic. I go into the office 5 days a week. And let me tell you, I go into the office at 2 different times in the week. So Monday, Thursday, and Friday, I go into the office for 11 a.m. I don't really experience a heck of a lot of traffic. Sometimes I do. Like yesterday and today, for some reason, there was traffic, and it pissed me off a lot.
Today?
Yeah, today. There was traffic. But on those Tuesdays and those Wednesday afternoons when I go in for 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I leave my apartment at 1:45, an hour and 15 minutes before I'm supposed to be in, I hit traffic like there has never been traffic before.
How long is it supposed to be without traffic?
40 minutes without traffic. Actually, no. Because I'm a fast driver. I like to
Same,
drive,
brother.
I like to drive efficiently on the road. I'm not here for a Sunday drive. I'm here to get from point A.
fucking weaving and fucking dealing.
Yeah, from point A to point B in the most efficient time.
Absolutely. Safely.
Safely, of course. I know how to drive. I assume other people know. But it takes me 35 to 40 minutes to get to work without traffic.
Dude, that's fucking
With
awesome.
traffic, I'm spending an hour and a half in the car minimum. Which is atrocious. Because, first of all, who is on the road at 2 o'clock in the afternoon? Why are there people on the road?
On a Friday?
Any day of the week.
Any day of the week. You hit
Why are there
traffic.
people-
You hit traffic at 2 in the afternoon.
I do. That's the worst traffic I hit. When I go into the office on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Going in?
Yeah. So my office is a trip down is a southbound trip down I-95 or 128. And there's always traffic when I'm going into the office.
95, dude. It's not 128.
It is technically 128. Read a map.
Read a map.
But traffic pisses me off because I just don't understand it. And that is what has been grinding my gears and pissing me off the most recently.
I can agree.
Why?
Dude, I can agree. Keep going. Keep going.
Let's go to you. What's pissing you off?
Dude, I mean, I'm going to agree with you on that because going out of Swampscott, you got to go through Lynn or Peabody to get to 95. And there's always a slowdown because everyone freaks out. There's a little turn. There's a curve. And for whatever reason, someone started it and everyone fucking slows down so fucking slow. And I don't drive to the office. I take I go into the city, brother. I commute. I'm a fucking commuter rail, and I walk.
You're a train dweller.
Yeah, I'm a train guy. Which was so when the Sumner Tunnel was out, it was kind of sick because the train tickets were only $4 fucking round trip. And I was like, nice. And now, so Swampscott's 3 stops from North Station, 4 stops from North Station. Depends on what line it is. So we got Rockport or Newburyport. They both go through Swampscott. And where was I going with this? I just lost my train of thought so bad.
Was your initial point?
Yeah, train. But like, we go in, and it's like sometimes it's late, and I'm like, motherfucker, and I gotta fucking walk. I'm like, motherfucker. Luckily, I haven't been in like torrential downpours. Otherwise, Emma would like drive me, or Emma's mom or dad would drive me. But like I haven't been stuck in that, luckily, yet. Knock on wood. I'm sure I'm going to. And just get fucking drenched.
And on that note, I think this is time we high say it and
We're
say
out of here.
goodbye. And thank you for all to listen to the relaunch of Takes Out of Line. It has
Dude.
been a long hiatus, but it has been a fun one.
We gotta do this again.
And we definitely got to do this again. And we shall try to see what we can do in the future in terms of recording schedules and dates. But best I can say right now is we will do it when we can do it. But we appreciate your listenership no matter where you're listening from.